Okay, I give up. Well, good morning, everybody. For another fine, day. Where does Ryan come up with these names for the live stream? So, okay, so now, all right, so today, I give up. Rod Rodriguez is number 1. Adam is number 2. It's been reset for some reason, so it resets I don't know why that happened. What the heck? Now, I give up. I just try to do a nice live stream, and I get myself in trouble. I give up. All right, so I've got to do this again because we sold a bunch of these cars yesterday, and that's why I'm in business. I'm in business to sell slot cars. I know it might sound a little cliche, but I'm in the business to sell slot cars, and if I have to show slot cars so that I'm selling slot cars. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm in business for, is to sell slot cars. I mean, lots of them. Let's get the X going on here. Let's sell some slot cars. And we'll flip that camera around. We'll put X up here. Now, if everything goes right today, well, where's, I think I got Snuggles upset. Well, he said he had to do something today, if I'm not mistaken. I think Snuggles said that he had to do something today, I think. I think he said he was going to the beach or something. No, he was at the beach yesterday. All right, so we have 3 new assortments that are coming, and they'll be shipping. They're shipping this week. We should get them next Friday. And the assortments are SC 16, 17, 18. 16, 17, and 18. And these are available for pre-order right now. You can place your order right now on these cars, okay? Have a cookie. I don't have any cookies. Well, I have 2 cookies left, but they're a week old. These are peanut butter cookies that are a week old, and they're not something that I want to eat right now. So Adam must be off today. And for some reason he's number 1 this morning. I don't get it. I don't know where. I think I might have. First of all, I have been picking on Adam since he started. And if you've been watching the live stream since 2020, you know that I have not given Adam any slack, okay? I've been picking on Adam quite mercilessly. So I'm working, but I'm off Friday for Alex's birthday. That's right. I think Alex is turning 4. Let's see. So these are the cars. I'm going to go through these kind of quickly. So these are the new cars that are coming out. We have, and this is a 4-car assortment, SC316. And these are Thunderjet Ultra G chassis. And you probably are asking yourself, what is a Thunderjet Ultra G chassis? And I will tell you what an Ultra G Thunderjet chassis is, okay? So one of the most popular slot car chassis the slot car industry ever made was the Thunderjet chassis, okay? And those were made between probably 1960 when they came out. It might have been 61. Somebody out there will say, Bryan doesn't know what he's talking about, and he says they're 1960 when they really didn't come out until 1961, January 5th. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not going to give you the exact date. It's somewhere around the 60s, okay, early 60s. And the pancake motor was a very popular motor. It was a very small, and this was the really the revolutionary chassis that propelled Aurora into the slot car business. Now, they had the slimline. They had the 400, which was twice the size. It was really 1/32nd, 1/43rd scale. And so they had a larger pancake motor, but this is basically and then Aurora, and then Auto World started doing the pancake motor, but they didn't have the magnet on the bottom. You notice the magnet right there on the bottom? Right there? That's a magnet right there, and that helps to keep the car on the track, okay? And so all of these cars in this assortment are Thunderjet Ultra G's chassis. Okay, so these are Thunderjet Ultra G chassis, okay? And this is the Suburban, okay? This is one of the cars. Let me get to my iPad going here so I have. Now, we are planning on doing, I plan on doing a sea container sale. You're probably asking, what's a sea container sale? Well, I switched the camera. So I have the outdoor camera in which I can be on the internet, you know, of Verizon's internet, okay? So I can go outside and still have connections. And I'm going to be standing, by the sea container, and I'm going to show off different items that we are going to put on sale. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it to see what happens, okay? So if it doesn't work, I'll just come back in. But, so SC 416, and that's a 1957 Suburban. So that's, and there's two versions. There's two versions of all these cars. Okay, and these are really nice looking cars. You have the and this is the dirty car. It kind of looks like it's got like the mud splat on it. Okay, so there's mud all over the car. I've got to try to get this so I get close enough. I can get close enough to where you can see it, but also X can see it. So let's see if we can get both cameras in picture. See if we can get both cameras in picture. The only way to do that is to come over here. So if I put that camera right there, oh, I had it wrong. That's why it was zoomed in. All right, so I can be standing right here, and both the X and Protinker can see both cameras. And that is the Suburban, and then this is the green Suburban. The green Suburban. He wants a RC airplane, Bryan, LOL. PS1, Uncle Bob. I'm working, but I'm off on Friday. Snuggles may have sent his this crouch from yesterday. Snuggles, I think, said that he had to go somewhere today. All right, and then the next car is a very popular car. U&M likes this car. Ted in Michigan, he likes the this car. He likes the Willys. Okay, this is the dirty Willys. You can see the dirt on it. You can see the dirt on it. This is the Willys, and this is the blue clean version of the car. Blue clean version of the car. And these are brand new cars. These are the new assortments, and they are basically put on the Thunderjet chassis. That is a Thunderjet chassis. Okay. X does not care. Only we care. You're probably right. I'm probably not getting a lot of exposure on X. I only have one person watching, but it's all about content, and we have to constantly do content to get more people into watching us. Okay. So the next car, which is probably the most popular of these cars, of this assortment, is first we have the Dirty El Camino. The Dirty El Camino, kind of like a blue with rust on it. There's a lot of rust on this car. That's a really nice looking car too. And then the other one is the yellow El Camino. The yellow El Camino, really nice looking car. I don't know if you can turn. I don't know if you can turn. Can you turn X where? I don't think you can turn X. You can turn X. I can turn X to where it's panagrammic. That's the best way to show it. You always want to show, but sometimes like on a lot of the shorts, you have to do them, up and down, which is, so this is the yellow car. I can do now a better image on that. And that is the El Camino. These are probably the most popular. And then my favorite of this assortment is the Charger, the Dodge Charger. Okay, 1969 Dodge Charger, and this is the Country Boy number 38. This is the dirty version, the dirty version of the Dodge Charger. Snuggles is. He's back. Oh, can he tolerate it? Oh no, let's see. It's really good to see everybody here. Obviously, Autumn is back. Autumn is not back. What are you talking about? It's still summertime. Oh my gosh. All right, and this is the Charger, the non-dirty Charger. So this is the Dodge Charger, and that is SC. This is the SC 316 assortment. Really quick, we'll just go through these cars really fast so everybody can see all the cars that are available. Okay, and these are available right now. All you have to do is pre-order them. They are shipping next week, along with We also have wow, we don't have any more of those. We also have another great assortment that's only 4 cars, and we're out of the Shelby Cobra Daytona Coupe, but this is the Daytona Coupe. This is the Daytona Coupe. Beautiful car. Can you see that? Isn't that awesome looking? See that right there? Isn't that sweet looking? That is the Daytona Coupe. Okay. Beautiful looking car. And this is SC411. 411. And that is the Daytona Cobra Coupe. Shelby. It's a Shelby car. And then we have the GT40, probably the most iconic, popular car from the late 60s. The 1966 Ford GT. We have it green and red. And these are on Thunderjet chassis also, okay? So when you're buying these, you want to get these because these are going quite quickly. And you can get all 8 cars. You can buy this is SC415. You can buy all 8 cars in one box, okay? And then the other car from the is the Chaparral. You have 2 versions of the Chaparral, 222 and number 7. 222 and number 7 of the Chaparral. Beautiful looking cars. Okay, hey, you didn't call me back yesterday, and I called you so 2 times to get, well, I'm going to go back to Amazon. Why is he going back to Amazon? No time left. We're going to have I want to try out a sea container sale. We're going to do a sea container sale in about 30 minutes. And I'm going to go outside because I've got the camera, my center camera here. I've got that. I got that so I can go outside because that's connected to the internet. Okay. And then we have the GT icons. These are the 1964 Chevrolet Grand Sport. Grand Sport, blue and chrome. Yeah, I don't understand why this thing is beautiful. The chrome. Of course, I like the blue too. And that is a metallic blue. Metallic blue is really quite amazing looking. And this is SC415, by the way. 415 is the latest assortment. And these cards are available also if you're looking to add cars to your collection. Now, a lot of times, I will get, the reason you're probably asking me, you might be asking. A lot of times when people, Bryan, why do you keep doing this every day? Well, for one thing, it sells. Every time I do a video like this, and I talk about cars and everything, we sell product. We sold a bunch of product yesterday, okay? And so I constantly have to do new videos because it's all about content, all right? It's all about content. And Yes, the metallic blue. Let me show you that again because that is a very pretty color, this metallic blue. All right, this metallic blue is really pretty. Look, I'm going to zoom in here on X for a second, and then we're going to come down here. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? That is a metallic blue right there. And that is the Corvette, okay? The Grand Sport. Very popular car from '64. Very popular car from 1964. Now, in 1964, I was 5 years old in 1964. I was 5 years old. And we were living, if I'm not mistaken, we were living in Northfield, Ohio at that time. I think it was, yeah, 64, because we moved from South Bend, Indiana to Ohio. And my dad, he was with a grocery chain, and then he was hired by Foodtown Corporation in 1966 or 60, and we moved to Toledo, Ohio, and we lived in Ottawa Hills. All right, so okay, so we have oh, I love. So today is going to be a very, we're going to try to do a sea container sale. I'm going to be offering cars in the sea container. These are cars that we are way overstocked. And we're going to offer them at I won't tell you the price right now, but I'm going to tell you it when I get out there. We're going to offer these cars on sale. Okay. Unbelievable. I'll tell you, these guys, I will order them this week. So, now they're not going to be $10. Okay, I can't go as that low. I can't. When I get it going, I'll let you know. And they're just limited cars. Okay, I mean, I would just if I could move a bunch of these cars today, it would be greatly appreciated. Tinker, okay, so Snuggles still doesn't understand something. So let me try to help Snuggles. Okay, give me a 1 second, guys. So I'm gonna read this message so I can help Snuggles. Okay. Tinker, I don't understand what the problem is. It is good for you to show and good for your ratings. Why don't you just go on and worry about what you're doing in the store? That's really well, let me tell you, Snuggles, let me give you a history, or let me give you an overview, which I've said this a million times, okay? The comments that are on the side here, the live chat, okay? If I had 1,000 customers that were watching this live stream and they were commenting, I would not be able to. I would have to hire somebody just to, hey, let me know what they're saying. Let me know what the people are saying. And so Snuggles, so when Snuggles comes up with these comments, he really needs to sit back and think, what is he saying? So what he's saying now is, you not smart enough to help. You can't even read, okay? Did you pass kindergarten? Customers and fans are two different things. Well, okay. No, I totally agree. I've had dyslexia all my life. I'm terrible at reading, okay? Because I mess words up, okay? I'll look at something, I'll look at, this is a prime example of dyslexia. I'll look at this and my head will will actually say Cobra Shelby when it's actually Shelby Cobra. That's a prime example of dyslexia, okay? And great people, brilliant people have dyslexia, okay? And that's why I was telling my wife last night, you know, that you know, she married a brilliant person, you know. All right, so let me finish these. So let me. I'm just gonna ignore the. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'll let you guys talk, and I'll just turn off the comments, okay? And I'll let you guys talk, okay? I'll let you guys talk, and I won't see your comments. How's that? I'll do that way. All right. What do you think of that? You think thumbs up on that? Can we give me a thumbs up on that? I won't read the comments anymore. All right, so the next assortment, Ay, where did it, ay, All right, so the next assortment is SC317. And this is a extraction chassis and a 4-gear chassis. No, all extraction. This is all extraction. And these are the new extraction chassis. And how can you tell between an old and a new chassis? On the chassis, if the metal is bent up here like this, see where that metal is bent? You know that is a new chassis. Okay. And this is one of the cars. This is a 55 Bel Air. Very nice car. And that is the 55 Bel Air. The next one is the gold black 55 Bel Air. Gold black 55 Bel Air. Another really nice car. And these are all available right now on our website, Protinkertoys.com. We have 13,100 subscribers. Now, just to give you that in perspective, to get 100 subscribers, okay, let me make this clear to everybody, okay? And this is what I told my son when we started this whole business. I said, an average website on the internet is basically a speck of sand on the beach. There's millions of them, billions, okay? I don't know how many websites there are on the internet, maybe millions. And so people are walking on the beach. They got no idea that your website exists. And I said to Ryan, I said, until our website becomes a boulder, okay, where people are walking into they're walking into our website, we're not going to be popular, okay? And it's taken time to slowly get that going. And the reason it took off so quickly is because when we started this live stream, I had 1,000 subscribers already. So in 4 years, we went from 1,000 to 12,000. That is quite unique. To do that, you number one, you have to have literally a viral video that automatically propels you, and you have all these subscribers. I've had subscribers since 2009. I've been doing this. Well, Adam was one of the first. I've been doing these videos since 2007. Okay, so I've been doing it a long time, okay? And so I kind of know what I'm doing in a sense. I know how to get my audience. It's like Christopher Van Dyke, okay? Christopher Van Dyke was one of my original customers. Well, he started watching in 2020. Christopher Van Dyke did. Now all of a sudden he's coming back, which is great. Matthews, 13,200 subscriber is good. Yes, it's extremely good. You don't know how hard it takes to get 1,000. Okay. Let's see. The more subscribers you have, the veteran it is. But you also need fans, and fans are the best thing to get you to have propel your customer profits. And so that is the Corvette, and that is the blue Corvette, and then we have the Dodge Charger CRT. We have both of these are metallic. We have this chrome metallic blue. That's a beautiful one. Chrome metallic blue. Then we have the green metallic. That's a beautiful car. Green metallic. And then the last two cars of SC316 or 17 are the Ford Torino red with black stripes. Ford Torino red with black stripes. Another beautiful looking car. Another car you want to buy and add to your collection. Everybody is waiting for my golf tanker. And the number one, I'm going to be showing you the number one car based on sales and reviews, okay? Based on sales and reviews. Let's go with the sale. Nice. Okay, so that is SC317. Brand new assortment. SC, we'll go through really quick. 317. We have the Bel Airs. We have the Corvettes. Okay. We have the CRT, the Charger. We have the Torino. And we have the yellow Torino. Brand new cars from Auto World. And that is the third assortment, okay? Or the second assortment. The last assortment are Thunderjets, 4-gear, and extraction. Okay, so these are a combination of new and old chassis, okay? And all the extraction chassis are the new car. They're all new cars. So these are new. They are all new chassis. And the first one is the VW Beetle. And this is going to be very popular. Very popular. And that is the VW Beetle. And that is the green and white body. Green and white body. That's going to be really a nice car. And then the next car is going to be the green and dark green VW Beetle. Another really nice looking car. Another nice looking car. The VW Beetle is a very popular car. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Now, the most popular car based on pre-sales and customers requesting this car, and that is the Ratfink van. The Ratfink van, just because it's a Ratfink, and Ratfink has great legs. And that is the yellow Ratfink, and then this is the blue Ratfink. The blue Ratfink. Let's see, 4-gear chassis. We have them in stock. Let me double check here. Wow, it says we don't have any in stock. Hold on. Let me count the 4 Deer chassis so I can get these in inventory. So they're, because right now they show negative. They show a negative inventory. Let me see here. Because we have 3 different. We have a 1-pack, 2-pack, and a 5-pack. I might just have to put them in Okay, so let me get the chassis, 4 Gear chassis. Here are all the 4 Gear chassis right here. So I have plenty of them. So let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to put 11 individuals. I'm going to save 11 individuals. And then I'm gonna now the 2-packs. I'm gonna do let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll do 6 2-packs. I'll do 6 2-packs. And the last one is the 5-pack. And I think I can only do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do 3 5-packs. All right, so we've got the 4 Gear chassis back in stock. Thank you very much, Christopher. Thanks a lot, Christopher Van Dyke. I just put them back in stock. These are the 4 Gear chassis. So if you want to buy them, they're now available. For some reason, they were showing 0 inventory. But now we have them in stock. We have 11, 6, and 3. So at least if you want to get a 5-pack, you can. If you want to get a 2-pack, you can get a couple 2-packs. But that is now back in stock, and I want to thank Christopher Van Dyke for letting me know about the 4 Gear being out of stock. Now the last cars of the assortment of SC318 is the 620, the 620. And that is the Datsun 620. And then the last one, or the next one, is the red one. The Ready 620. Beautiful looking car. Beautiful looking car. Look at that. Really nice. And then the last 2 cars are the Golf Corvette CR5 or C5R, and then you have, and these are the Golf Corvettes, both Corvettes. We have 2 Corvettes. Nice looking cars. And those cars, and that is SC317, SC317, and those are brand new cars. Christopher Van Dyke, thank you very much. Christopher Van Dyke is #1 fan today. He's going to be a #1 fan. He's #2 basically, and we have Obstruct Decady, and we have Adam Hurt. We have Snuggles. We have everybody on the live stream today, and we have lots of fun today. So those are the cars for the assortment. So now what we are going to do is we're going to go outside and we're going to have a sea container sale. And These are all going to be on items that we are overstocked, okay? And we're going to see how many we can sell outside in the sea container. I don't know if this is going to work, okay? I don't know if the internet's going to work. I'm going to use this cell phone here to change the prices on items that I'm going to put on sale. So these items that I'm going to put on sale, I will tell you the item number, and then you guys can go look for them, okay? And you can build a shopping cart if you want, and wait until I'm finished, and then you can let me know if you want to go do that. The B container is in order. The B container. Yes.
Just so you know, our
Yes.
inventory is pretty good right now.
Uh-huh.
Please don't destroy it.
What do you mean destroy it?
So like, if you sell something outside of its normal listing, make sure it gets make sure it's removed from inventory. That's all I ask.
What do you mean?
So like,
Well, no, I'm doing the C container, and so I'm grabbing cars, and so.
So if you do like an auction,
I'm not doing it. I'm doing sales, and so.
Anything you do outside of Shopify, if it's not.
No. These are all gonna. I'm just gonna change the price on Shopify.
Okay, that's fine too, but tag them so they're all together.
What do you mean tag them?
So if you change the price on an item, put it into a tag it with something.
Like what?
It doesn't matter.
What do you want me to tag it?
It all needs to be the same.
What do you want me to tag them?
Whatever you want.
Brian's Bargain. Put them in Brian's Bargain.
Do it real simple. Just do Brian's tag or something simple.
I don't have a Brian's tag.
You literally just add a tag and it happens. You just put in a tag and.
Do you want me to do Brian's C container sale?
That's fine. That's huge, but as long as you.
Or how about the C sale? SC sale.
Perfect.
How about S sale? We'll do it the SC sale. SC sale. How about an SC sale? All right, let's go see if this is going to work. I got to go get the keys. He's wearing his really bad perfume.
Are you sure you don't want to wait till you get Nate and Mac here?
Why?
I don't know. It's kind of early to do that.
What do you mean it's early? It's 10 o'clock.
It's almost 10. It's not 10.
Oh, it is 10.
Almost 10.
All right, so let me see if this will work outside the warehouse. Okay, so I will have internet on this unit here. Okay, but I don't know if I'm going to have internet on this unit here. I might have to do. Okay. All right. So I think this is working. I'm not going to be able to move the machine. All right. So I'm going to leave it in this position. So I'm going to go into the C container and I'm going to grab a car. Like, for example, this is going to be the first one I'm going to do. Okay. And that is. And so I'm going to go to this car. All right, so there's only one way I can do this. I have to get, I have to turn on my, my hotspot on my phone. And so I can then use my iPad to be able to talk. So I'm on X, and I've got a good signal by just leaving it right here. I have a good signal, okay? I just reset. I had to reset the screen, okay? So the screen was reset. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect. I gotta connect via my hotspot. Well, that doesn't want to connect. That wants to connect, but for some reason, the hotspot is sucking up too much data. And now my phone, it says it's got 5G. This is not turning out to be a, now what? What is it? Yes. Hello?
A donation we'd like to see from you for Kelly Auction Charity.
Okay, I'm in a live stream. You do know that, right?
Yep. So I need to talk to you later today.
All right, that's fine.
All right, buddy.
Now, why all of a sudden? I've got to get connection. Nothing ever works. Nothing ever wants to work for me. Why is this doing this? Ah, come on. You gotta be kidding. All right, so we have the first car. We have 34 of them. We have 94 available. Okay, and we're gonna be putting these. All right, so this is the first car. Now you have to understand that I'm doing this literally live, and everybody is showing up. Mac Henry is just speeding in here, and so I have no idea how this is going to work today. Okay, I hope everybody understands. All right, this could just be an absolute failure. Okay, and normally things like this don't go my way. So the first car that we're going to be putting on sale, and so I'm going to save this right now. So this car is now on sale today only, okay, until tomorrow morning when I do a live stream. I'm going to be putting all these back at regular prices, okay? So if you go to the website, we have 94 of these. I have way too many of these cars. So if you want to buy one of these cars right now, okay, you can get and there's no limit. You can buy all 94 if you want. You can have these for $15.99. $15.99, all of them. You can buy them right now. These are the Plymouth Fury. It's the dirty one. It's not dirty, but it's the damaged Plymouth Fury. It's SC358, and these are available right now, okay, for $15.99. Right now. All right, so that's the first sale that we've got right here, $15.99. You got that? That's the Plymouth Fury. Okay, now we have the Looney Tunes. We have the Looney Tune cars, and these are SC363. SC363. We have them in Bryan's Bargain, Looney Tune. There's 154 of these cars, okay? And we are going to sell these cars. These are going to be $15.99. And you got the Daffy Duck, the Porky Pig, the Speedy Gonzales, and the Tasmanian Devil. Now, these are limited. We only have, I have more. The one that I have the most of, is the Mercury Cougar. The Buick Riviera. Oh, we have all four. We have a whole tray of all four of them. So you can have all these cars, okay? All four of these cars you can get for $15.99 today only. Today only. This is called a warehouse sale, a sea container sale. I'm doing a sea container sale out here. Out here, we are outside and we are selling this stuff right now. It's liquidation pricing, baby. This is get it now or go to sleep, okay? I don't care, okay? So we have those $15.99, and those are available. $15.99, all four cars. You can get right now. And these are today only. This is only for today. Tomorrow morning, they'll all be taken off, okay? Okay, the next item is we have is the three. This thing is probably the doggest car we have. And this is SC367. There's only one car, SC367, and that is this car right here. This is the only car that we have left of any quantities. Okay, are the Samba buses. Plus, we have the Mustangs and like one police car, but that's it. They're all sold out. Everything is. We have 21 of these Samba bus sand vans called sand vans. So these are available right now for $15.99. $15.99. This is called my sea container sale. We're gonna start doing this during different parts of the time. This is container sale. Sea container sale. And those are the Samba buses. Okay. All right. Okay, now we have another assortment, SC368. 368. And SC368 today only. And I'll show you the cars that we have left in the way of inventory. We have 5 Torinos. We have CJ7s. We have Mazdas. So these are all the cars that are part of SC368. We have Mazdas. We have CJ7s. We have Mazda RX-7, Dodge Challengers, Jeeps. These are all of SC368. Okay, these came out in 2022. These came out 3 years ago. And they're all available right now. They're on sale for $14 or $15.99. $15.99. Uh-oh, I forgot to tag them too. Oh, Daniel's gonna kill me. Uh-oh, hold on. Let me tag them here. SC, we're gonna call it SC sale.
Bryan. THE, Tahi.
Now, why doesn't that? All right, so these are on sale for $15.99. $15.99. Now I'll show you another item that we have way too many of. This is just called inventory reduction sale, okay? Everybody does it, okay? Arbuckle, I think Arbuckle sometimes thinks that I'm the only one that ever does inventory reduction sales. Everybody, Walmart does it every year. They take all their overstock and they stick it in one section of the store. And within days, it's all gone, okay? All right, so we have basically GT40, GT40 number 2. That's at $49.99. And today we have an industrial or inventory reduction sale for $30. So we have a $30 sale on this, and this is going to be available until I can't read. That's my problem. My eyes are getting worse with. It's called a C container sale, S sale. I call it the S sale. Today only. These will all be taken off tomorrow. S sale tomorrow. And that's the GT40. GT40 AFX car. All right. Now let's move on to the next car. We have 72. I only have one of these left. SC372. And that is the SC372, and that is the Mach 5 Speed Racer. I only have one car left. And that'll be $15.99. We are out of the Monte Carlo. We're out of the Bluesmobile. We have the Mach 5 and Racer X. And those are $15 right now. $15. Get them right now while you can. $15 for Speed Racer. I can't read the comments, guys. It's really bright. Sea container blowout. That's right. Now we have an older car. This is SC373. SC 373. 2010. 2010. 69. 2010. So we have 3 cars. We have, this is the blockbuster sale today. 373. And we have a lot of them and they're out of stock, but we have plenty of, and these are $15.99. And you can buy whatever you want. We basically have the 26, there's 2069 Camaro, the 2010 Camaro, and we have the pink Javelin still. So these are basically the cars that we have is the Camaro, the 2010 Camaro. I can't read this. And we have these 3 cars, plus we have a Javelin, a pink Javelin. $15.99. $15. $15. Pick 10 for 100. Can't do 10 for 100. That's a little too low. Got a great deal on these. Now this sale is only going until tomorrow morning, okay? This is only going until tomorrow morning, just so you know. And then we will take this off tomorrow morning. It's basically a sea container sale. I'm outside. It's a beautiful day. I'm outside in Wayne, Ohio, and this is the sea container that I own. I own several sea containers. And
How's it going? Do you have internet?
huh? Are we having any sales? Do you see your sales coming in?
No, nobody's doing any sales.
Nobody's buying.
No, you don't have any viewers, though.
I have 51 viewers.
Yeah, but they're not the buyers. I don't remember the last time Snug bought anything.
When it was Snuggies. Go tell me when the last time Snuggies bought something, okay? We got 375.
They're sick of the Looney Tunes. I think you've Looney Tuned them out. I think they'll have about 1,000 of those chassis running around. I can't believe how low our inventory is. This is the lowest it's ever been.
Yes, I know, because they haven't had new product in 6 months.
I think I need to take apart a bunch of those Blues Brothers sets for some of those cars.
Well, we got SC375, which is the off-road series. We have off-road, we have Bajas, we have Blazers. The Blazers, the Broncos. There's about there's 4 different cars, and there's 2 each of all the liveries. And 15, let's see, 15. Why do people always... Turn around, stop sign, turn right, it's right there. Yep. Oh my gosh. What happened? Oh, there they are. Let me get all these in, and I'll tell you. I have to do this individually. And that's the deal. I'm outside here, and I got to do these one at a time. Okay, so SC375, all those cars are on sale right now for $15.99. You can buy all 8 cars for $127. Okay, all 8 cars. All right, and those are available right now, and they're going to stay that price until tomorrow morning. And then I'm going to change all of them back to the regular price. Okay, so, and that's going to be called the S sale. And we are keeping that. We're keeping that on until till tomorrow morning. This is a warehouse sale. I'm just doing something spontaneous, guys. You know, people like to watch all this stuff. You know. Okay. I don't know why there's always an issue. This is just a toy website. We just sell toys. Okay, guys, just calm down, will you people, please? Just comment about slot cars, nothing else. Don't make any other comments, okay? Or I'm just going to turn comments off so that nobody can comment. You know that I can turn comments off, right? A lot of people do that on their live streams, and they have thousands of people watching their live streams. Thousands, okay? People just like to watch me, okay? First of all, let me make this very clear. The show is about me, okay? It's my show, okay? All right, now we have imported heat. There's 4 cars of imported heat, okay? Bryan is getting... Okay, so the next... All right, so the next car that we have is the imported heat cars. And these are SC378. SC378 imported heat. Some are out of stock, which is true. SC378. Why doesn't this want to move over? I don't get it. 8 variants. There are 8 variances. Okay, so where the Datsuns were out of, the Mazdas. The Mazdas at $15.99. So this was the first Datsun that was in this assortment, and we sold out of all the Datsuns, and all we have left are the Mazdas. The Mazdas, the Nissans, the Mitsubishis. We got the Mitsubishi Lancer, the Skyline. We've got the Nissan Skyline. All these cars right now are on sale for $15.99. And the black Skyline. So all these cars, SC, the Datsun, the Skyline, and the Mitsubishi, imported heat. So every one of these cars right now on sale, okay? You can get them at Bryan's Bargain or S Sale. And these are all available right now. Skyline. It's located. The sea containers. I have two of them. I don't want to move this too much, but I have two 40-foot sea containers right here. Here, I'll show you. I'll move, but I hope you guys doesn't lose the signal. So these are the sea containers. I have two right here. These are the two 40-foots, and then I have two 20-foots right there, and then the bank is right here, which is the toy store. So this is where we have our operation. And I bought the sea containers. They're about $3,000 when you buy them. This is a high roof. If you notice, this roof is higher than this one. This is called a high roof. Okay, and you get more product in it. Those are the sea containers. I'm just having a big sale right now. I'm calling it a sea container sale, but we're just having some fun today. I'm doing something different, okay? I'm doing something different. So we have that imported heat cars. We got those on sale right now. So you can get all those cars right now. Arbuckle is upset with me for some reason. Actually, it's C container C for context. Yeah, okay, Arbuckle, thank you very much. A lot of people will say C as in SEA, or some people will say C. So, but yeah, a lot of people just call them C containers because that's what they're on. They're on the C all the time. And that's just been the default name for them is C container. Okay, so Arbuckle is correct to a point, and I am correct to a point. All right, so we have SC3. SC358. Silver screen. We have only one silver screen, and that is we have the S sale. We have 363, SC 363. I did this just for the fun of it, but it doesn't seem like anybody cares. So this is just a special sale today. Ooh, there's a horsefly right here. So S sale, and then 368. We have 368 on sale. Today is not a very good show day. All right, so that's done. All those are done then. Let's see here. So this is just a inventory reduction sale, okay? You know, sometimes we sell these things all the time, and then sometimes we just want to have a big sale. I like to do a sale, okay? I like to make people happy, but it seems like it's hard to make people happy for some reason. I don't know. This is the city of Wayne, a typical American town that has been destroyed by modern technology. Wayne is a typical town that in the 1910s, 1920, it had 20 or 30 businesses in town. During the war, huge retail in town. And then in the 1960s and 70s, it all dried up. And that was towns in America. 1970s is when you saw a lot of small towns in America just dry up. So we got those done. I think I got about 10 of them. Let me write these numbers down because I don't want to forget them. So let me write these numbers down. So I keep a track of them. So let's see, SC 358, 363, SC 367, All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we have 22031, which was a that is a, oh, and then we have 3 SC 378, 378. So we've got basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 cars on sale right now. So we have 9 deals on sale right now, okay? And so we've got great deals. You know, the last night it was cold last night, but it's hot today. It's in its 80s, I think, in the 80s today. In the 80s. let's see, we need the SC3. 67. There's only one car. Well, I don't know if that's SC367. Yeah, there's only two cars in that one. We only have the Mustang and the that Samba bus. We're gonna tag that, make sure that's tagged. 378, 368, 367, 376. And then the last item we're going to do, is just for people that have never gotten it at a great deal. We're going to have this on sale too because I bought 400 of them one time. I'm going to tell you in a minute after I get it in the system, okay? This is the last item that we're going to have on sale, okay? Okay, so the last item that we have on sale is the Scooby-Doo set. You can buy this. You can buy just one of them for $99, which is a great buy. Okay, or you can buy three of them for $2.99. Basically $99. Basically, you can get all three sets. What a deal for $99. The cars alone are worth $99. Okay, so that's the last having today. That's the last deal, and those are the specials that we are running. And all of these are on Bryan's Bargains, or you have to go to the website. So if you go to the website, you want to might want to write these things down. I'll give you a second to get a pen and a paper. I'll give you guys about 30 seconds to get a pen and a paper. It's the black GT40. Black number 2. All right, so we have SC. I'm just going to give you the 3-digit number. SC 358, 363, 367, 368, 372, 373, 375, and 378. And 22031 for the Race Masters Black GT40 Ford. Where are you going?
To the house.
What are you doing there?
I'm not even sure, but whatever Daniel decides we want to do.
Got it, okay. So that is the Seek&L that we have right now. That's 9 different items. We had a lot more cars at one time. This whole aisle at one time, back in 21, this whole aisle down here was completely filled with cars all the way to the back. Those were when we were really moving product. So those are the sales today at Bryan's Bargains. So So those are the sales that we've going on right now. Just a fun little adventure sale. All right, so I'm going to tell you this story one more time. Everybody thinks they know how to do retail, okay? But nobody's ever had a retail store. That's what I find funny. Okay, I've had 5 retail stores. I was self-taught, everything. Now, if you don't like that, that's fine, okay? But don't complain and don't get all upset because I know what I'm doing, okay? And I told this story a long time ago. Most comic book stores, when they buy comic books, like for example, the heydays in comics were basically 1980 to 1994. And then it all imploded because all of these, and it's the same thing with the Hollywood. It's the same thing with Hollywood. All these actors, all these artists think that they know what they're doing when they don't. They don't have any idea what they're doing. And so you had the comic book industry. You had Seg MacFarlane. You had, what was the guy that's drawing? Seth MacFarlane, or not Seth MacFarlane, but you had MacFarlane. Then you had, another guy that was doing a lot of Spider-Man. So these guys were doing all these, and then so comic books started to go, and then they thought that they knew it, so they were creating their own division. They thought they were being taken advantage of. Everybody thinks they're being taken advantage of, and then in 1994, comic books basically imploded. They were worthless, and they still are worthless. I mean, you're not getting prices for comic books that you did back in the 80s and the 90s or even the 60s, okay? And so when I buy comic books, like for example, the top 5 comic books that I would buy would be Iron Man, Spider-Man, Superman, the Justice League, the Hulk. And so I would buy, 10 to 20 episodes or issues every time. And because I was a wholesale retailer, I could buy them 2 different ways. I could buy them outright, which that means I own them, and I'd get a higher discount. I would get a 50% discount. If I didn't, and I wanted to return them at the end of the month, I would get a 30% discount. And so a lot of retailers, well, I want that 50% discount. And so they would buy, 20 copies. Let's keep it simple. Let's say they bought 10 copies for 50 cents is $5. So they would spend $5 for 10 copies. All right. So to get their $5 back and a profit of $5, they'd have to sell all 10 copies. Well, most retailers, the way they bought, they'd always overbuy because they want to have some episodes for later in the year. And I did too, but I didn't want to have that many. So I would always save however many I sold. Okay, I would save half of how many, because the first week is your top sales in comic books. Your first week was your top sales, just like in movies and everything else. And then after that, it would taper off. And so I would save half of what my sales were the first week as a backup stock. Because I'd be getting new stuff every week. It's not like I needed to keep 100 of these. And so that every month, I would load all my overstock that I overbought on because, I thought maybe they would sell, maybe it didn't. And I would take them to this comic book show in Detroit, where this guy, big heavyset man, every time I would go there, he would look at me and goes, "How much you got?" I go, "Oh, I got 4 trays, how about 300 comics? How much do you want for them?" I'd say, $500. And he would give me $500 and I'd leave. I wouldn't even set up because I just sold my entire inventory. And so what that would do is that'd give me that $500. I could then go pay on my new comics that I was getting the next week. Now, the problem with comic books is you never knew what the next hot comic was going to be. Okay, which episode was going to, all of a sudden, people are going to love and they're going to come back in for it. That only happened 3 times. The Killing Joke, okay, the Alien graphic novels. They had Alien graphic novels, which sold out every time. And the last one was The Death of Superman. Now, The Death of Superman was old-fashioned comic book, but it also had in a bagged version. And I was lucky because I always had the television on. And I always watched Good Morning America in my newsstand. And so I always turned it on at 8 o'clock when I opened, and it was on until noon, and then Rush Limbaugh, noon to 3. And then I would turn a movie on 3 to evening because I'd have kids come in a lot. And so they were talking about how that The Death of Superman, very popular comic book. Oh, you got to get it. And I had gotten my comics that Wednesday, and I was watching this thing on Wednesday morning. Well, this is before any other comic book store is open. I called my comic book distributor as soon as I saw that Good Morning America article, and I said, do you have any Death of Superman? He goes, yeah, why? We just got some more in. I said, I'll take 100. He said, you want 100 of them? Yep, I want 100 of them. Of the paperback version. Now, the newsprint version was the old-fashioned newsprint. Very cheap to print. That's the way comic books should have always been done, but you know, these artists, they wanted to do all this graphic paper and put more cost into it. And then they just prices went to $3.99 a piece. They used to be 50 cents, $1. And so I got those comics. They cost me, I think, 50 cents or $1, and I was selling them for $5 a piece. Because I wanted to make some money that week. And so I did. I sold every episode for $5 a piece. And I bought 100 of them. You figure out how much money I made. But some issues, you know, and so I would then learn to cut back on certain issues. I say, just give me 10 of these and give me 5 of these. Because I had club members. And so I would pull comic books for my club members and put them in their little bags. And so they would come in and they would know their comic books were being held. And I had a lot of people did that. I had a lot of club members that would do that. And you would get, you know, it was free. I didn't charge anything for the club membership. Plus you get an extra dent. You got a 10% off for being a club member. And it's no difference for any other sales. And this is a prime example of a product. You know, like, for example, so this car right here, the Bel Air. You know, not everybody likes the 62 Bel Air. You know, I mean, this is the Bel Air right here. This is the Bel Air that everybody wants. The 1955 scooped Bel Air. This is the one they like. They don't like the 1962 Bel Air. They just don't like it. Now, some do. And so this car is going to be more, you could call it a dog. Okay. And then all of a sudden, it would sell out, okay? But a 55 Bel Air, I don't have any 55 Bel Airs. They're all sold out, every one of them. And everybody tells me, well, they should quit doing Bel Airs because they're oversaturated. Okay, well, you know what? Of all the Bel Airs they've come out with, I don't have any. I don't have any in stock, not one. Not one single one. I like to see stock 50, right, exactly. I do too. I like stock 55 Bel Airs. Just plain Bel Airs. They should do a Bel Air without the scoops on it as an alternate. I drove a 62 Bel Air in high school. I had a 65, I had a 65 Mustang. How old are you, Arbuckle? How old are you, Arbuckle? I think he's 70. I think Arbuckle is 70. Oh, you're 2 years older than I am. Well, you're not that much older than I am. Good grief. You graduated in what, 76? Did you graduate in 76, Arbuckle? I got to have a Coke and a cookie. I had a 65, yes. So Arbuckle graduated in 76. Those were good years. 76 was a great year. I was out, I spent the summer with my dad in Connecticut. I was 15, or no, 16. Wait a minute, 75? Yeah, I was 16. My dad gave me he had a Plymouth Fury, 1975 Plymouth Fury that I got. My dad liked Plymouth all through the 70s. I was 16. Yeah, my dad loved the Plymouth Furies in the 70s. He had a lot of Plymouth Furies. My dad was a now that I think about it, when I think about my dad, I think I am a lot like him in some ways, but in some ways I'm not. I'm not a womanizer, like my dad. He was a handsome guy too. So, in the 60s, it was that was his weakness. but what he did in business, there's nobody I wanted to get in the way with him. I remember watching him. I went to Boston with him. He had to go to Boston for Stop and Shop, and I remember him going into this meeting, and I was just amazed of how brilliant this guy was at what he did. Sometimes you just kind of know what you're doing. My dad, he could, and this was a gift. I think it was a gift, and I think with me, I could open. I could open a business if somebody came to me and said, "Hey, Bryan, we want you to hold on a second." If somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, Bryan, we got some money here. We want to open a type of business," I'd say, "I got a great idea for a business." And he goes, and I'd say, here's the money. Get it going." I can get it going, then you get somebody else to run it. My dad could look at a piece of property. Let's say it's in Connecticut or in Massachusetts, and he could look at that property and say, "Okay, we're gonna put that Stop and Shop right here. We're gonna have the access road right here. We're gonna put a Bradley's over here. we're gonna build up all this right here, and then a year later, you got a brand new Stop and Shop." That's how good my dad was. Now, was he a great dad? Well, I mean, my dad never hit me. He never really he never was allowed to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a loud guy, and I don't know where I got that from, unless I got it from my uncle. I heard my I heard my great Burley, my grandfather Burley was my grandfather Young. I think I get it from my grandfather Young, because grandfather Young, I don't know if I told you this story about my grandfather Young and how a judge told him that he should go into a different profession. Did I tell you that story? So my grandfather Young, That's my dad's dad. He was a prosecuting attorney. He was a prosecuting attorney. And he was in court one day, and he was yelling and screaming at the defense and the judge. And the judge told him, "Come here. Hey, listen. You're really good at what you do, but you cannot be a court attorney. This is not your field. You need to go into other parts of law." And so he became a treasury lawyer. And that's what he did until he retired. He was smart too, my grandfather. He bought a piece of property on the Chesapeake Bay. Oh my gosh. When my dad sold that property, holy moly. But my grandma Dixie, she used to, Grandma Ina, that was my dad's mom. And they lived down the hill. So my grandparents lived in Crooksville, Ohio. Now, if you Google Crooksville, Ohio, you'll see Crooksville, Ohio. And in the mid-1970s, they literally cut the town in half to put a 4-lane highway right down through the center of Crooksville, which split Crooksville right in half. Dumbest thing they ever did. But anyways, my grandma Dixie lived up on a hill. And my grandma Dixie had horses and cows and pigs, and Ralph was my grandfather. That was Dixie's second husband. Ralph wasn't Bauer. It was her real husband, and I never knew about him, but I knew about Ralph. Ralph was a great guy, and I won't go into detail, but he's the one. Ralph, my grandfather, is why I'm a Republican, is because of my grandfather Ralph, because he would always make me watch the Republican convention in the 1970s. We'd always watch the telethon. They used to have telethons for the Republican and Democrat Party for raising money. It's so funny. And so Dixie lived up on the hill, and she had horses and she had everything. And so then my grandma Ina lived down the hill, just like 5 miles right down the hill from where Dixie lived. And she had horses, and then Grandma Burley, which was Ina's mother, lived with Dixie until Ina died, or Grandma Burley died. I think when she was 90 or something. And so they lived in this old-fashioned, this house was probably built in 1890 maybe. Oh, it was a beautiful house. This house was just everything. It was the classical house of the 1900s, okay? It was the first house in Crooksville that had a running toilet and a shower. There was an upstairs bathroom. No downstairs bathroom, only upstairs bathroom. It was the only one. And I used to love to go to Ina's house. There are so many memories. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so here we go. Everyone posts their age for a free car. Now, I'm not going to give a free car for your age. Where does he think all this stuff is coming from? But that's why, some of these cars, some people might have driven this car, okay? They might think this is their, that this was their favorite car. You know what I'm saying? That's the 62 Bel Air, okay? Now, another car that was classic in those days I wish they'd come out with it, is a Mercury. A Ford Mercury. Now, it's similar to the Falcon. It's just named Mercury. And my grandma had a black Ford Mercury. And my grandfather Ralph, my grandfather Ralph was in the 1920s, Ralph was a class, I mean, think about it. Ralph, he grew up in the 20s, okay? So, he was born in like 1912, I think. And in 1920s, cars were still, infant, they were still growing. And he was a Class A mechanic in Ohio. He was the #1 mechanic in Ohio for Ford. You believe that? Grandpa Ralph. Ralph Bowers. His name was Ralph Bowers. That was Ralph Bowers. Yes, sirree. Ralph Bowers. Yep, sirree. You got the not a lot of. Now, see, the Thunderbolt, that wasn't a popular car because that was only available for races. Now, your Plymouth Fury, that's a 1970 Plymouth Fury. 78. That was the year I went in the Navy. They don't have a lot of the large body cars that were made in the 60s. The real popular cars in the 60s were the 1962 Plymouth or the Chevy Bel Air. Unfortunately, this was the car. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Chevy Bel Air. And those were classic cars. Now, I mean, this car, the 1970 Mustang, this came out in 1965, the Fastback, okay? This car revolutionized how we were doing muscle cars. This revolutionized muscle cars to the point where, if you didn't have a car like this, you didn't have a car. Then you had then you came out with the 1970 Boss Mustang. Everybody went crazy for the Boss Mustang. And not only that, then everybody's, you after in the mid 70s, you saw the Smokey and the Bandit, and you had to have yourself a Firebird. The Firebird was the key car. The Bandit, you had the Bandit, baby. That was the guy, the Bandit. That was the car. Everybody wanted to be the Bandit. Everybody wanted to be the Bandit. And then these cars right here, the 1964 Dodge 330, this was a very popular car in the movie industry. If you watched a lot of movies in the 60s, you would see this car a lot. The 1964 Dodge 330, okay? You would see this car in just about every movie from the 1960s. This car was everywhere. Believe it or not, Dodge and Plymouth Dodge, Chrysler, believe it or not, they made good cars, okay? They made really good cars, and their Barracuda was just literally #1 in the 60s. 1970 Cuda. This was the last year of the true American muscle. Then you have your Buick 72, And if you look at these cars, this was basically on the same platform. They just changed the name from a Buick. They changed the Buick GS to the Camaro Z28. But you got the Dodge 330. See, in this car here, this is only popular for if you're racing. This wasn't available. I mean, you could buy this, but this wasn't really available for the general public. Okay. Got your Pontiacs, Z28. I mean, if you really look at all the cars, I'm trying to find like the Studebaker. Here's a good one right here. All right, so here's another good set of cars. I think I've got Charger, Firebird. So here's another car. Now this has got pipes on it, but this was a '59 Chevy Impala. That must have signed off. This was a very popular car, 1959 Chevy Impala. That was their first year. I can imagine that they were thinking about doing away with the Bel Air, and so they came up with the Impala. '59 Impala. Another great car. That's a '62 again. That's a '62 Bel Air. See, the reason why all these cars were popular in the '60s is because, I mean, all these type of cars, the big body cars, it all based on the theory and the the philosophy of model motoring. Okay, what is model motoring? You drive your car through the backwoods of Ohio or Connecticut or Massachusetts, and you're just driving your brand new '62 Bel Air and model motoring. You're just motoring around, and you got a steering wheel on your control unit on your set. That's what it was all about, model motoring. Okay. Then it became speed. How fast can we go? How fast can we go? Let's go faster. Let's go faster. And that's when we started to come out with cars that are all about speed. Extraction chassis, Mega G chassis, Super G plus, Mega G plus. Everything was plus, 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 plus. Let's go pluser than we can plus. It was unbelievable. You're probably right, but you know what? The Bel Air was discontinued, and they went into the Impala. Well, that's a pretty car right there. I like these cars. But I think we have the these are classy because the rims, these are stock cars because your rims are the same color as the car. That's what's nice about these two. But this is the quintessential model motoring car. And it all started from Motorific, from Ideal. Motorific was you put a car on the track, it ran around in a set speed. You could change the lanes by the switch tracks. Motorific, my favorite toy, Motorific. Sweet. That's another toy that, you know what it is? You know what my problem is? Which, you know, it's not a problem. I'm a visionary. I'm a dreamer. I'm always dreaming of something. And I would come back with the Motorific line. They had Motorific boats. I think the Motorific boats would sell out like nowadays. You could take the chassis off and put it on another, or body off another chassis with Motorific. They were all same chassis, and you could put them on the track. You had all these different bodies. Nobody was paying licensing back then. And you were just doing all these chassis, and nobody cared because Ford and all these companies wanted promotion.
Andy, I forgot to tell you this morning. Andy wants to do race night next week, Thursday. Not this week, but the following.
Why?
He just wants to do a pop-up race night.
Who? Andy who?
Andy Alexander.
No, I don't want to.
But he's planning on doing it.
Well, I won't be there.
What are you going to be doing?
I'll be doing something else.
Okay, well, that's what he wants to do.
Why?
Because we're supposed to do some pop-up race nights during the summer.
No, we weren't.
Yeah, we're supposed to.
No, I did pop-up auction nights, not anything else.
Well, it's going to be an auction race night. It's going to be huge. Huge. The biggest one yet.
No, I don't want to.
That's what we're doing now.
No, I don't want to. Don't you understand?
That's okay. I got to run to the hospital with Josh real quick.
Now what?
We just got to finish the thing out.
What thing out?
Tell us what we already know. We have an appointment to go back.
Unbelievable. So we've got some great deals right now. Don't forget, we are almost out of the Mayflower, one of my favorite cars. These are almost sold out. And you want to get your Mayflower as soon as you can. Look at that Mayflower. Isn't that sweet looking? Oh boy. I've almost got the upstairs room in the shed fixed. I've got it almost ready. Now I just have to reorganize some shelving units. And I'm moving track over to other tables. And once I get that all finished, we'll be able to start doing videos up there. Okay, so Arbuckle says the Bel Air and Impalas are different trim levels from the same car for each year. Well, the problem with GM and Ford and all these, they had the same chassis on a lot of these. They just made different bodies. Now, back then, it was very inexpensive. It was somewhat inexpensive to do a lot of modifications to cars, just because the cost of goods was a lot cheaper. Okay, and now 90% of your cars nowadays are all plastic. Okay, which number one makes them lighter, but it doesn't make them any better. Okay,
So make sure you broadcast. This is gonna be a huge race night.
we're not having a race night.
It's gonna be the biggest. And Andy wants to do the drag. He wants to do it all upstairs. He wants to do. Is upstairs gonna be ready by next week?
Well, first of all, I'm not doing upstairs because none of his cameras are upstairs. I'm not hauling all that crap upstairs.
Oh, so all we need to do is it's real simple. We just have to drill one hole right in the center, and all that stuff will reach from the center. So as long as it's and he has all the lenses that will be able to get good angles because he has a lot of zoom in lenses. So it just has to be in the center.
You really want to bring this up now, don't you?
Are you gonna be ready next week?
No, I'm not. That's why I'm trying to tell you.
Well, can you at least make sure the downstairs track is good then?
No, I won't.
Do I gotta get Mike? Do I gotta call Mike?
No, where is Mike? I haven't seen Mike in months.
We haven't been racing.
Oh, I
And
see.
there's
So
been no new product.
no new product. Mike only comes by when there's product and racing.
Yeah, he stopped by my house the other week. I think it was when you were gone. Though.
Oh.
Yeah. He still checks in on us.
Mark, let's see. Michael Marskett. That has to be the toughest looking slot car truck in the market. The new Golf Tanker will run along. Oh, I know. That's why I'm telling people, listen. When the Golf Tanker comes out, oh my gosh. When the Golf Tanker comes out, I'm telling you, you want to be ready to have this running along with the Golf Tanker. These two cars. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful combination. Did you see the hull damage on the new cars in the GM cars came out better than Ford's? Did you? Oh, the hail damage. Did you see the hail damage on the new cars in August? The GM cars came out better than the Fords. Glad I purchased one. These are almost sold out. You want to get yours now, guys. You want to buy one of these now because pretty soon these will all be gone. They'll all be gone. Well, we had a good show today. We had a really good show today. We've got like 5 items on sale. Let me go over those real quick to you. So we have 5 items that are on sale right now. And if you go to this, they're $15.99. And they're SC. They all start with SC. And you got to type in, and they're a 3-digit number. They start with a 3. It's 358, 363, 367, 68, 72, 73, 75, 78, and 22031. And one race set, the Scooby-Doo Batmobile set, you save $60. They're $99. You save $60. Okay? It is a phenomenal deal. You don't get a deal like that every time. And these are on sale until tomorrow morning. So I'm going to show you this list here. All these cars are on sale till tomorrow morning. And before I do the live stream, I'm going to be taking them all off their sale price. Okay, so all those cars are yours. Peanut butter cookies, I'm all out of peanut butter cookies. All right, so the peanut butter cookies are just crumb now. And those are all finished. They're almost gone. I have one cookie left. I wonder if Arbuckle ever eats any fun food. Does he ever eat any fun food? Arbuckle, do you eat any fun food? Well, guess what, guys? We've got Michael Merkic. Well, we've had a lot of fun today. We got all these cars, all these fun slot cars are yours to enjoy and to build a race set. Get your favorite car, get yourself a 57 57 Nomad. We've got these Extraction Fast and Furious cars. We got a lot of these Fast and Furious cars. Skyline. We've got, still have the Badman El Camino. I'm really surprised this hasn't sold out, the El Camino. Peanut butter cookies taste better the second time around. I know you've already said that, Snuggle or Arbuckle. Yes, I want some. I want to know, Arbuckle, what was the last time you had a cookie? I just want to know when's the last time you had a cookie. Or if all of this stuff he tells me about, that it's all a bunch of BS. I just want to know if he's ever eaten a cookie. I cannot believe that he has never eaten a cookie. Okay? That's what I want to know. So you can get yourself El Camino CP 8133 by supporting Protinkertoys.com. Every time you buy something from Protinkertoys.com, you help my bank account, in which I have to constantly pay bills. Or you can get yourself a 2-pack, Bobby Isaac Dodge Charger Daytona and a 359 truck and race trailer. Peterbilt. Check that baby out. You're not telling me you don't want that? We sold out of the Richard Petty. I knew it was going to happen. I knew I was going to sell out of Richard Petty. And sure enough, it sold out. And now nobody can get the Richard Petty. Okay, so you're asking, so then you can say to yourself, well, where do I get those Richard Petties? How do I? Yeah, you're going to have to find them on a second source because I don't have any more. They're all sold out. I don't even have an inner box just for the fun of it. I didn't keep any. We only had 6 left, and they were right here, and somebody bought all 6 of them. I mean, if you ever want to, and this is always open to anybody that's watching the live stream, if you ever want to buy at wholesale pricing or pricing that I sell to my retailers, because I have a lot of retailers that call me and want to buy my exclusives. If you ever want to buy that at that pricing, all you have to do is give me a call. Now, you have to buy at least $1,000, okay? So if you ever want to do that, just give me a call, and we will set you up a price and ship you out to a bunch of cars. Okay, so let's see. What does Arbuckle like to eat? Empty bag means you drowned 1 cup of sugar, plus the sugar in the peanut butter. Unbelievable. See, he still hasn't answered me the question, what is your favorite cookie, or do you ever eat anything? Do you constantly eat healthy food all day long? Do you ever eat, a Thanksgiving dinner with the gravy and chicken and mashed potatoes or turkey and mashed potatoes and stuffing and green beans? Do you ever eat any of that kind of food? That's all I want to know about, is that do you eat any of that kind of food? That's all I want to know. I just want a simple answer, okay? I don't think you'll give me a simple answer. Look, I'm waiting. I am waiting, Arbuckle. I ate a banana yesterday. Unbelievable. He ate a banana yesterday. Unbelievable. I was watching a video of in 95. Ernest Borgnine drove around the country with his son, Ernie. He bought a motorhome, Ernest Borgnine did. And he started driving around the country with his grandson. Great idea. And then in 2011, he was 95. And you know what he died of? You know what Ernest Borgnine died? Staph infection. He went into the hospital and got sick. Look at what happened to, what's his name, Paxton, Bill Paxton. Matter of fact, he even told his wife, I don't want to do this surgery. He died in surgery. But it's like what I always tell people. When your time is up, there's nothing on earth that's going to stop your time. Nothing. Nothing is ever going to stop it. Two 22085. 22085. I need 48 of them. Okay, so Snuggle is trying to kick everyone off again. Okay, Tinker, I'll be calling you about. What do you mean he's trying to kick everybody off again? Yeah, we are winding down. Not really, Arbuckle. I'm just being genuinely nice, and which you should have answered to someone nice. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, so we just sold another bunch of cars. Everybody is buying stuff. Oh my gosh, everybody is buying stuff. They're buying stuff now. All of a sudden, people are buying stuff. I love stuff. Buying stuff. Brian, any word on the love? There are no love truck sets this year. He's gonna sneak past at the finish. Snuggles lost his 3 ratings. See, Snuggles lost his 3 ratings. Well, guys, we are gonna sign off. Okay, I'm going to sign off because it's almost 2.5 hours, and I'm sure you guys are tired of me. Okay, I'm sure you guys are tired of me. So so Kevin W stole it. Okay, so I guess that's good or bad. I don't know. All I know is that we only have 33 people watching, but that's fine. We've had a good show today, and we've already made some sales from the live stream. And now people are going to watch it tonight, and I'll probably get about another 500-600 views, and that's how it works. We just keep doing videos, and we keep making it go great again. I was in the race. I hit the wall. That's right. Brian, no love set this year, guys. I don't know why, too, because they should have sold another love set. That's crazy. I have some in my cart. Well, thank you very much, Kevin. All right, guys, we will see you later. Thanks a lot for watching the live stream. Adia Osa Losa Mosa. Hasta la vista, baby. Guami Tommy Lami. Guami Tommy Lami. Thanks a lot for everybody. What a good show today. Good day, everyone. Hasta la vista, baby. And see you later.